Week 15, Rhetoric Level. Renaissance humanists believed Christians should study things that weren't explicitly Christian. They thought it glorified God to study biology and astronomy, not just theology. What do your children think about this? A person who delights in God will delight in everything that has anything to do with God. Scripture, nature, music, history, even mathematics proclaim the glory of God. A person who doesn't delight in God will look for any excuse to study anything else, even mathematics. People who will not worship the one true God will worship anything. Speaking of humans, the tragical history of Dr. Faustus provides another perspective on the Renaissance man. In Christopher Marlowe's play, Faust sells his soul to the devil for 24 years of power and pleasure, in part because he doesn't think he can ever make it to heaven. Faust had studied theology, but all he learned from it was the wrath and judgment of God. Earth tempted him because he didn't have sufficient fear of hell or hope of heaven. Is your child in the same position? This literature reading provides a good starting point for a fruitful discussion. Ask your child to explain why Martin Luther first chose to become a monk and then decided not to be a monk. His father wanted him to be a lawyer, but he made a vow to become a monk in a moment of panic in a terrible thunderstorm. At the monastery, he was so hard on himself that his superiors worried about him. He didn't delight in God. He hated God. The more he learned of God's righteousness, the more he knew he could never achieve it. His study of the book of Romans changed his perspective on the righteousness of God, however. He came to believe that the gospel revealed the righteousness of Christ, given to sinners who could never earn it on their own. All his efforts to earn God's favor as a monk were useless. What does your son or daughter think about Luther's experience?